Hey guys, it's the Mad Stacker here with another LEGO set review. This time it's 9464-1, the Vampyre Hearse. This is a Monster Fighter set from 2012. I was really excited to get this set, and having built it, I'm a little disappointed with it, but I got it for ulterior motives, so I'll let you know that in a little bit. I got this one from eBay. It's kind of almost impossible to find in stores now, but I managed to get it for a pretty good price too through eBay. I don't even remember who I got it from, but thankfully I just got it today and put it together. It's pretty neat. Now, like I said, I did kind of get it for ulterior motives. If you've ever read the book Nosferatu by Joe Hill, it just came out last year. Joe Hill being Stephen King's son, although I'm sure he doesn't want to be identified that way. This looks almost exactly the way the main car in the book is described. It's a black Rolls Royce that kind of takes little children away and turns them into hideous creatures. But sans the ridiculous sticker there on the hood, it looks very much like the Wraith, which is the black Rolls Royce from Nosferatu. So I'll be sure to reference that multiple times throughout this review. Here it is. Here's the Vampyre Hearse. Like I said, without the sticker, so maybe it looks a little bit more plain than it should. It is pretty neat. I mean, it was a really strange build in terms of just being a giant car. But there are parts of it that look really good. The engine on the front, I think, looks really good. The whole just front of the car, it's got ridiculous vampire teeth. The back of it, it does look very hearse-like with these red teeth pieces to kind of be the curtains. And it's got an open back there. Now, I don't have the coffin in there right now, but I'll show you that in a little bit. The rest of it, I mean, it's a Monster Fighter set, so there's going to be a lot of black, but it's just black. There's a little bit of red there, the white and the gray with the engine, but it's about 90% black. It's really strange. It's a really wide vehicle, especially at the back. It kind of widens out as it goes back. But now compare where the pieces of the body are right here, and then I'll flip it over and you can see where the wheels are all just kind of shoved right together at the front, which is interesting because it kind of makes the back stick up while it's flat on the ground. Even the wheels are two different sizes. Like I said, the build was really strange because I guess maybe I've been used to building all the Galaxy Squad sets where they're all giant bugs, but this just felt really plain to me. You're just building a giant car. It goes forward, okay, here's where the tires, and then the tires go here. The coolest parts to build were really the engine, because the engine looks really neat. It's got the bones on the sides and one of the big, I guess, engine pieces. Even the kind of feature of this set didn't really grab me that much. You've got these little things on the side here that you can flip forward, and they're supposed to make the coffin rise out of the back of the hearse so that he can throw the vampire lord out. I'm not impressed. It doesn't really work that well either. When you put the coffin in there, it kind of gets hung up on this piece here, which I think is actually supposed to make it come out easier. So, not so great of a job there. I have been thinking of what I could do to customize it to make it look more like the Wraith from Nosferatu. I think the first thing I would have to do would be to close up the back. There would probably need to be a window there or something. The inside is really strange. I don't know how well you can see the inside of it, but the wheels are kind of right inside the bottom there. There's not much separating them from the actual bottom of the vehicle. So I would like to try to put a back seat in there, because that's where the children get trapped and they can't really get out of the back seat. So I would really like to get a set of red seats to go along the back somehow for the red velvet seats in the back of the Wraith. I would really like to get a little custom Nosferatu license plate for the back, but for now the teeth will have to do. Other than that, it's pretty much, well, I mean, there's the vampire moonstone in the front, but it's pretty similar. It's large, black, elegant. It looks really neat. I really like the lanterns on the front kind of add to that that sort of gothic elegance it has for a giant hearse. The minifigs. Oh, that's right. There is actually another little thing. The minifigs. This is Dr. Rodney Rathbone. I think he's supposed to be the monster fighter leader. But he does come on a really neat little motorcycle. He's got some dynamite. It's got flames shooting out the sides there. And he is the only minifigure I have ever seen who has a robotic leg. I've seen some robotic arms, and I don't know if I've showed you the Bionic Commando at this point. Probably not, but you'll see him soon as a minifig of the day who has a bionic arm. But he has a bionic leg, which is really neat. And the Fencer's foil, which is not a weapon you often see. But he's neat with his pencil-thin mustache. The Vampire Lord, or Lord Vampire, I'm sorry, he actually has a title. He's pretty cool. He's a standard vampire. He came with a neat broadsword. It's funny, he does have another face at the back, but it's just... There's standard angry, and then there's super angry. Standard, super. Okay, you get the idea. His head glows in the dark. I haven't tried it yet, but let me see if I can sort of... Not really. It hasn't really absorbed enough light. It's just been sitting in my room all day. And he does come with his own coffin, which is really neat. It's got his symbol. It's got the scroll work on the sides. That's the thing that gets thrown out of the back of the hearse. But again, it doesn't really work right. I'm not super impressed. The last one is the zombie driver, which really kind of completes the Nosferatu connection, because he does remind me a lot of the description of Charles Talent Manx, the villain of the story, who's the one that takes the children away to his magical land of horror and nightmares. But yeah, they describe him as being very pale, which this guy is gray, so it would nice if it was white, but I'll take what I can get. His kind of glowing yellow eyes and his nagged, jagged teeth smile there. I considered replacing his hands with just black gloves, but I think I'm going to leave him for now. So yeah, the zombie driver does remind me a lot of Charles Talent Manx, which is really awesome. Awesome extras. The only really worthwhile extra was an extra gun, which sets with guns often come with extras, so it's not really that surprising. As for the minifig of the day, I decided, since there's going to be a big Nosferatu theme, to kind of make my minifig centered around Nosferatu as well. You've seen the zombie driver who reminds me of the villain, so I decided to make a minifig to go along with him, one of the children that he's carried away to Christmas Land, which sounds much nicer than it is, I assure you. There he is. There's the child victim. He's got the short, stubby legs, which I always think are kind of funny, which I got from the Creator Treehouse, if you've seen that by now. It describes a child that was taken away to Christmas Land as becoming incredibly pale. I think he describes it as lunar, which is great. And this minifig head certainly has that kind of lunar quality. It also says that their teeth not only turn into like fish hooks, sort of really thin and pointy and curved and terrifying, but that they also go, the lines of teeth go all the way back down the throat, which I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So I kind of gave him that. He's got the little pointy teeth, which would be kind of hard to see, and the really dark, heavy, weird eyes. The hair's not quite as light as I wanted it to be. It describes the hair as being almost as white as the skin. But that's the green ninja from Ninjago's blonde hair, and the head is from one of the Skull twins from the Hyperspeed Pursuit, which was the first review I ever did way back in the day, like a week ago. So that's the two of them, Charles Talent Manx and his little victim, who I'm sure once I customize the car, will reside in the back seat forever and ever. So that's it for 94641, the Vampyre Hearse. Not as cool as it could be, but if you associate it with Nosferatu like I do, it's really kind of perfect, since there's not really any memorabilia for the book. If you can find the book, if you haven't read the book, check it out. It's called Nosferatu, NOS4A2. It looks like a license plate. That's kind of the joke. Check it out by Joe Hill. It's amazing. It's a really, really great book. And that's the Vampyre Hearse. Hope you enjoyed it.